everyone, now is your chance to try the award-winning products from America's #1 lash and brow serum brand, Grande Cosmetics. They put the power of dramatic, lasting enhancements in your hands. Whether you're looking to solve a frustrating beauty concern, level up your look, or get glam, Grande Cosmetics products empower you to enhance your lashes, lips, brows, and beyond.
Jess, what if I want to level up my look, get glam, and solve the frustrating beauty concern? That's what Grande Cosmetics does. It does all three of those things in once. And now they have a collection of mini sizes, you know we love a mini, of their best sellers sold exclusively on grandecosmetics.com. So you're going to get the Grande Lash MD Lash Enhancing Serum, the Revolutionary Grande Brow Enhancing Serum. I've actually been using that on the centers of my brows. You know, sometimes as you get a little older, the brows thin out. Anyway, this helps with that. Grande Mascara, Conditioning Peptide Mascara, and the Grande Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper, which is like way more than a lip gloss. It has hyaluronic acid. It fills out your lips. If you use it 2 times daily for 30 days, you're going to see an overall increase in lip volume. So you're getting sort of a treatment and makeup in one, which is great.
Now is your chance to try the Grande Favorites Kit or shop your most loved Grande Cosmetics products for 15% off. Just use the code FATMASCARA15. You can only get the set at grandecosmetics.com, so make sure to shop now. Use the code FATMASCARA15 to get the Grande Favorites Kit valued at $80 for only $29.74. Just use FATMASCARA15.
We are so excited to be working with Strivectin again. You know we're big fans of this brand because they do the work. All their science-backed skincare is vetted by independent clinical testing, which you know is music to my ears.
And Strivectin just came out with a new acne control line called the Multi-Action Clear Collection. This is a 3-step routine that delivers powerful results without disrupting the skin's barrier or drying out skin.
Okay, listen, I've been writing about and recommending acne products for years, and that's really hard to do. It includes Strivectin's gentle daily clarifying cleanser that won't leave skin tight or dry, the daily brightening and retexturizing toner that helps to visibly fade discoloration, and the acne clearing treatment lotion, which reduces breakouts and helps prevent future breakouts from forming.
Best of all, the Strivectin Multi-Action Clear Collection has amazing clinical results. It's been shown to improve acne blemishes and post-blemish marks in 7 days.
You know we love a multi-purpose product, and the fact that this collection does all that and helps visibly fade the ghosts of pimple past without drying your skin makes a clear winner.
Visit Strivectin.com to learn more about their new Multi-Action Clear collection of products. Subscribe to emails and you'll even get 15% off your first order. That's Strivectin, STRIVECTIN.com. Hey everyone, what's up? Thanks for joining us. It's Fat Mascara.
Hey, hi Jess.
What's up? My name's Jess. Oh, as you gathered by Jen saying hello to me.
Hey fam, I'm Jen.
You know what it is? It's like sometimes you just get so into a rhythm. You get so into a rhythm.
Yeah, no, we change it up. Here we are. Welcome to the show. Welcome to our beauty podcast. How's it going, Jess?
It's going okay. Quick thing. I hope this doesn't alienate people, but like, you know how Jen and I both have like foot issues?
Oh, they know.
Well, if you're new to the podcast.
Oh, I've had neuroma surgery, bunionectomy surgery, painful
Same.
feet.
We both had bunionectomy surgery. And by the way, people always think bunions are some like topical thing that is.
It's not cosmetic. It's like
not
the bone
cosmetic.
Is
like you can't.
Crooked.
Yeah, it just means like your bone. Yeah, your bone is crooked. It's not like a wart or something disgusting looking. Well, like we both had like neuromas, which is like when you have a nerve thing that makes it. Just Google it. Actually, you know, I'm not like a big like TikTok obsessive.
It's scar tissue around a nerve ending between the metatarsal.
Usually
bones.
the 3rd and 4th.
Sometimes the 2nd and 3rd, or
sometimes the 2nd and 3rd.
If you're Jess and I,
you've got 2 in each. I have
both
2 in
at
each
the
foot.
same time on both feet.
It's so horrible. So I've become like really into TikTok, like not for beauty, which I probably should be, but for toe talk. I've been looking into neuroma people, like other people who suffer from neuromas for TikTok.
Okay.
And because I want to know how they've done with the surgery, but you had the surgery because nothing's working, by the way.
Oh, because you don't trust your dear friend and her.
I want a wide
surgery.
sample. I want a wide sample of people.
You know what? You're probably right not to trust me because, as we know, I underplay all things painful in my life. And so I made it be like, it's no big deal.
Are you okay, though? Like, did it work? Because
it was miraculous. I'm telling you, there's a day like 3 weeks after you get the surgery, Because usually I swing my feet over the side of the bed in the morning, I put my feet down, and immediately I'm in pain like lightning striking your foot.
Exactly. That's what's happening.
And I remember the first moment, and I was like, holy crap, it worked. And I don't even feel it anymore. I only got one removed. She didn't even want to take out the second one. She thought doing one would be enough and less damaging. Yeah, because it gives you room in your foot again to like let the bones spread out so the nerve isn't getting pinched. Jess, it was life-changing. I could probably wear high heels again. I don't really, but like it doesn't hurt at all. I wish I had done it sooner.
All right, I'll spare people. We'll sidebar on this anyway. If anyone else has these problems, please let me know because like I'm really not well lately, and I've done like there's one more conservative measure, and then my doctor's like, then you got to see if you want surgery.
I'm telling you, don't waste your time with the saline stuff. Whatever, just get the surgery. It's 3 weeks, like that. You're like annoyed, and then you can walk and be everything fine again. And you're on a boot like the day I walked out of the hospital.
What? No, he told me I need a boot. Okay, well, we'll sidebar. Okay, well, first of all, how are you?
I'm good. My feet are okay. How are you?
Okay.
What's going on in pop culture and beauty?
Okay. I told you, I gave you a heads up that like I have something that's like been on my mind, okay? And it does nothing to do with feet and toes. So I saw this on Twitter. When I'm not perusing TikTok, sometimes I do look at Twitter. And I saw this. I have not watched Daisy and the Six yet, but it's on my mind. I will watch it this summer.
I've watched a couple episodes, yes.
Okay. I really want to watch it. But my hairstylist said it's great. But Daisy and the Six on Dazed Digital, they reported on this. And they said that the cast has been accused of looking, and this was again coming from a tweet on Twitter where everyone is tried. Okay? Everyone must be tried on Twitter of looking too modern. They do not believe that the cast could have existed when Fleetwood Mac would have been in their prime. And they put a side-by-side of the cast of Daisy and the Six alongside the cast of Almost Famous, which I cannot believe it's been this long. Almost Famous came out when I was in college. So it was like 1999. So of Almost Famous, that cast was like Jason Lee, Billy Crudup, Kate Hudson, Anna Paquin, Zoe Deschanel, and of course, Patrick Fugit. Those cast members look very different in comparison to the Daisy and the Six, Daisy Jones and the Six.
Although
cast.
the characters for both shows were from the same time period, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for the clarification. So think about that. Just close your eyes and imagine them. What kind of looks different?
Here's why. I saw another thing about this recently. This is my take on it. Now that we've had cosmetic enhancements, a 30-year-old today is never going to look like a 30-year-old from the 70s because our skin is too good now.
But those people weren't 30. I mean, like Kate Hudson was like in her teens. Like
okay,
Zoe
fine, a 20 year.
was...
Whatever age it is, people have better, straighter teeth. They all have veneers now. They have poreless complexions pumped up with hyaluronic acid injectables, whether or not they're aging, just for this look of it. Like, they're too polished. Like, you won't ever have an accurate representation, I don't think.
Okay.
What's your take?
In the article, which is fantastic, by the way, in Days, they said Michael Sheehan, a behavioral ecologist and associate professor at Cornell, and he's saying, like, it's not that in the past, like, 20 years, 25 years, however long it's been frightening, it's not that faces have evolved like in some kind of natural way, in a Darwinian way or something. It's that our grooming has changed, or diet has changed, stylistic has changed. It's not facial evolution. So it's basically what you're saying.
Yeah, we didn't biologically evolve in a 20-year period. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't tell you what those actresses have done. I'm not going to dare speculate. But I mean, maybe I'm going to throw something out. Maybe it's brow trends, right? Maybe it's...
Here's one that I know my mother knows, pitting in the skin. You know, they didn't have Accutane when my mom had acne, and she's had pitted skin her whole life. If a kid has the privilege and the access to have Accutane, we're going to see less adults with pitted skin. That's one. Braces. Not everybody got braces.
I would say braces. Like, even when you go to another country and then they think of what an American looks like.
Look plasticky.
It's very, There's a cliche of what an American
sunscreen.
looks like.
You know how much Gen Z I told you last week loves sunscreen, maybe for anti-aging, not for skin cancer protection, because whatever. But like you could get to 25 with much fewer freckles because you've been using sunscreen, whereas back then nobody used sunscreen ever. I'm being hyperbolic, but
Ready? What I think of what a 70s beauty looks like, okay? It is teeth that aren't perfect. It is skin that is not caked on with makeup. It is skin that just looks
real.
Real skin, right? It's brows that are not plucked to within an inch of their life, or even, I mentioned brows before. It is just brows that are natural. It's not like an Instagram brow, or even just looks like a brow that has never been touched before. It is hair that is natural, no matter what the texture. It's hair that's natural. It's like breasts that are natural. I can't believe they're breasts. That sounds so weird. Breasts that are natural. It's a body that just doesn't feel like it's been gymified or plasticified. Not a word, but you get what I'm saying. Everything about it just feels like more real. It's even like when people talk about just like, I don't know. I'm trying to think about this in a way that I'm like, it's harder because we don't have the picture, but I think when you just call to mind like 70s beauty, whatever that means to you, it sure as hell doesn't look like anything that you've seen on a phone recently.
However, I'm going to add a variable in there. Cameras and film is what we're all thinking about when we look at this. And remember, our cameras and film are so much more flattering now. We have all these lighting setups. Yes, they might be more highly digital, so they catch more, but they are also like just the aesthetic of the way we take pictures has changed. So not only the aesthetic of the people, but the aesthetic of the visuals. You know, haven't you seen people do like my grandmother at 50, my great-grandmother at 50, me at 50, and they line up the photos?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of that, right? Like both the photo has changed, the hairstyle has changed, and obviously a 50-year-old in the 1950s to us like looks so much older. You know, I've seen pictures of my mom at 45, my age. She looks way older than me. Yeah, I guess that's what the professor is saying. It's mostly a cultural change, not that people have like evolved that much.
Yeah.
Doesn't bode well for the movies that are meant to be historical movies. We even had on that makeup artist talking about trying to make a historical movie. You can't put a modern actor in like Elizabethan times and have it look legit. Their teeth are too good. Their brows are too good. Their skin. Where's the boils? Where's the pock marks?
But do you ever see people that have like an older face? And I don't mean old like they look like they're aging. Like I don't mean like, oh, you look like you're 50 when you're 25, but they look like they're from another time.
Oh, yeah. So my cousin, Hannah, what's up, Hannah? She got cast in a 1960s show as like an extra. And there was something about once, it was like a weirdest thing. They did her hair and all of a sudden she looked like she was from the 1960s. I don't know why, but she even said that she was cast because she has a cool look that is like indicative of that era. It was the Mrs. Maisel. She's an extra in the Catskills scenes when they go to that like summer camp. She's like hula hooping and doing it like she's one of the girls at the camp.
Cool.
What up, Hannah? Anyway, yes, I see what you're saying. I'm not saying she looks like she's from the 1960s, but there's faces that just feel of an era. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in 20 years, God knows with the robots and everything that's happening, what we'll say about this time period. Oh, wasn't it quaint when we still had nasolabial flabs? Flabs. Just call them flabs.
Flabs.
Nasolabial folds.
No, but I think there's something dangerous about looking too of the moment.
Okay. Jessica Matlin's a timeless beauty.
No, I somebody put in a tweet with that whole thing, and it was like, Camilla Morone like looks like she's got a face that knows what an iPhone is, or no, that one face that looks like knows what Venmo is. Yeah, face that
even
knows
funnier.
What Venmo
Sorry,
is.
I was already laughing, but yeah, it's hard to put your finger on why, but you know that person. You don't see that person wouldn't have looked like that back. Yeah, I get it.
But I don't think that that's a good. Listen, she's stunning. It's the sentiment that I don't think is great, because then I think it's good to be flexible.
Yes. And also I will say, let's be honest, a lot of these celebrities, we never see them IRL. So we're only seeing the photos that they've posted, the promotional shots from the thing, their Instagram that they may have filtered. I'm looking at this woman, Camilla, and I don't like to play this game often, but she does seem to have lip filler. You know, there's a weird shadow on her lips that I don't think looks natural. So it's not just the fact of like cosmetic injectables and cultural changes in the way we do our teeth and hair and whatever. It's also like we never see real photos like from the 70s. Like the pictures they took at clubs in the 70s didn't get an Instagram filter. So you actually get to see what people look like.
Yeah.
So, oh my God.
I know. I feel, it's like, I feel this is not like a who's prettier game. This is not that. We're talking about like a.
It's a cultural shift. And it's weird that it's like happening right now where the people that are popular now just don't look like they did in yesteryear.
Yeah.
That's how culture moves, right? Good thing we're documenting it all on Fat Mascara.
just pop one of these files at a time capsule.
That's right.
Okay.
And they'll have the week's news, and they'll have everything else that's of the moment in beauty culture right now, because we are going to do that. Right. So should we get into our show, talk about the news, raise some wands, some more body scrubs for the fam to try?
Yeah. Oh, are there more body scrubs?
Oh, there are more. There are more.
Okay.
Let's get into it. Okay, time for the news. And speaking of cultural changes that affect the way we look, this week in Ozempic news, no, just kidding. But the next side effect from Ozempic, and in case you don't remember, that's semaglutide is the drug that is used for diabetes, but is now being used to help people with weight loss. Doctors are talking about not just Ozempic face, but Ozempic hair.
What's going to happen?
I don't know. What's next? Ozempic face, a thin face. What happened? You lost your fat structure. Your whole face looks aged, and you have to counteract that. Ozempic hair is hair loss. Experts are reporting hair loss to people that have been taking these drugs. So it's not listed as a side effect for semaglutide. Yes, but in clinical trials for Wegovy, which is another name for semaglutide, it's the other thing that isn't Ozempic, 3% of people reported hair loss, compared to 1% of a placebo. And in a clinical trial for tirzepatide, that's the Wegovy one, or no, that's the one that's called Mounjaro, 6% of people taking the highest dose of that for weight loss reported hair loss. And so in an NBC News story, Dr. Vijaya Surampudi, an assistant director of the UCLA weight management program in Los Angeles, pointed out that it's probably not related to the drugs, but more, quote, likely related to the weight loss as a result of the drug. So if you're thinking about taking this, you take it for diabetes, you're taking it for weight loss, you're thinking about it. I know there's a lot of you. I mean, 5 million people last year were prescribed these drugs. So this year, who even knows? Just know that that might be a side effect, because when you lose weight, just as we heard last week with Dr. Day's interview about hair loss, when you go through stressful things, and weight loss is considered one of them, you are more likely to lose your hair. So just something to be aware of with these drugs, but also just a cultural change that's happening because of them. Guess who's getting into the skincare game, Jess? Guess which celebrity?
You know, I'm actually going to be surprised because I feel like I've not heard of somebody new. So who?
Well,
who?
How about this? Only the most popular celebrity, and maybe the person noted the most during our Fat Mascara 5 of like people think they'd be friends, Miss Oprah Winfrey, but not in the way that you think. Oh. She's actually said she has invested in Dr. Barbara Sturm's company.
What?
What's so funny about this story? Yes.
How did I miss this?
Stella McCartney sent a whole bunch of Dr. Barbara Sturm's product, former guest Dr. Barbara Sturm, to Oprah. She loved them so much. And she said, quote, "What is this? What is this? I love it so much." And then I called up Dr. Sturm and said, "I want to invest in your company." Because obviously, when you're Oprah, that's what you do. And of course, Dr. Sturm took the investment, which is an undisclosed amount. So I don't know, maybe this is like a marketing thing, because I feel like it's such good marketing for like, oh, here's $100,000, which let's be honest is pennies to Miss Winfrey. I don't know though. I feel like she wouldn't do that unless she really liked the product. She must think it's that good. I'm impressed.
That's big news.
It's big news. Also, she never has had her own line because she's always been allowed, put her stamp of approval on things. So
don't you think it's kind of surprising that she hasn't had her own line?
In a way, yes. Yeah, I guess now that you think about it. But I feel like the peak of her popularity was before that was what you did. And was a journalist at heart, so she didn't want to do that because she was wanting to remain, a journalist.
I know, but I just feel like self-care is such a big part of her.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it would be called O, but I feel like it would have like another name.
Yeah, and I know her hairstylist had a line for a while, but like, and she helped promote it. But no, she's never been associated with a brand in that way. But now she's an investor. Side note, imagine being so rich that like if you like a product and you think it's going to sell, you just call up the company founder and be like, I'm going to invest.
Yeah. Okay.
And pretty impressive. Let's see how that affects the bottom line for Barbara Stern. Okay, I've been trying to get back to my usual where Jess likes me to do. I'll allow a science corner, but also a little like fun, weird, who knew, like local news.
Oh, this is your big finale?
No, I still have a science corner. Sorry.
Oh.
Or you're welcome.
Oh, okay.
This is my like neighborhood watch. So a woman in Colorado, her name's Bryn Wright. She told Newsweek she traveled 6,500 miles to get her hair extensions. So basically, she gets keratin hair extensions. Her local salon had upped its prices to about $4,500 for her twice yearly service. And then she also gets like the touch-ups in between, which were $900. She estimated like in a year, she spends $15,000 on her hair at this hair salon. Okay, that's a whole other story that we could talk about, but fine. She saw that this hairstylist in Turkey was doing something similar, messaged him, like, how much would it cost? And he told her it would be $450, like, including the hair, including everything. And she was like, all right, I'm going to Turkey. Now, this isn't as crazy as you would think because Turkey is very well known. I don't know if we've talked about this on the show. Very well known for its hair transplant industry. Like, I remember maybe 5 years ago, my husband's barber telling him, like, if you ever want hair transplants, go to Turkey. Like, they are ahead of the game when it comes to, and it's a big hub for medical tourism. There's actually, according to this group, Patients Beyond Borders, a lot of people go to Turkey for hair loss procedures, and it can cost between 50 and 65% less than it does in the States.
Wow.
So some people are like, if I'm getting this big procedure, not the hair extensions, but the big procedure, I'll build in the cost of a hotel and like a vacation in Turkey, and it's still less than getting that particular medical treatment here in the United States. Obviously, we know people go to Brazil for plastic surgery, also Korea. So anyway, now for like, this is what gets me though. It's for hairstyling. Like, it's not for a surgery. So I don't know if we call this medical tourism. Do we call it like
beauty tourism?
Beauty tourism. And I'm like, okay, she also got like a whole trip out of it too. So good for her. Her hair looks great. I mean, it's long as hell. So I guess they worked. Anyway, her name's Bryn Wright. I'll link to a photo. And then also, like, I don't know. I don't really have an issue with this, especially it would be less scary than a medical thing. Because, like, yeah, go support a hairstylist in another country and see a new country and culture while you're doing it. I'm down with that. Okay, it's time for the science corner. All right, this one's a little bit alarming, but I do want our listeners to be aware of it. A new study in the American Journal of Epidemiology showed that the use of chemical hair straighteners was associated with a slight reduction in the likelihood of pregnancy. So women who are trying to get pregnant, who also use hair relaxers, have more issues than those who don't use hair relaxers. This is not a causation, it's a correlation, but it's still very, very telling. And they also pointed out that Black and Hispanic individuals were more likely than other racial and ethnic groups to use these products early in life and more frequently during the time they're trying to get pregnant, sometimes because of course, Eurocentric beauty norms, but that makes them more likely to have this kind of issue than other races or ethnicities. And so this was actually following more than 11,000 participants in this study over a period of about 8 years. And then at the end, they found that fertility rates were lowest among participants who used hair relaxers for at least 10 years or at least 5 times per year. So it's more the extended use or the frequent use of them that was associated with lower fertility, and not necessarily that people couldn't get pregnant. But this is what's so interesting to me, just that it took them longer. So there's definitely something going on there. And as you know, side note, there's many lawsuits right now about cancers related to hair relaxers. I just drove to Philadelphia. I saw a billboard recruiting people for it.
Oh, like if you've experienced,
Yeah, if you've experienced certain cancers and you use hair relaxers, call, this 800 number because they're recruiting people for these lawsuits. If that is you, by the way, you might, I sound like one of those commercials. You might be eligible
entitled
for
to compensation.
Yeah. No, but you would be. And I don't mean to make light of this because the fact that these products are associated with cancers and less fertility is really, really scary. So keep that in mind if you use them or if you have used them in the past and you have medical issues. It's something to talk to your doctor about and then maybe potentially a lawyer. I don't know. So there you go. That's the news.
Okay. I love this woman's name because I have another CK in my life. And I thought she was the only CK. But now I've got you. CK from Miami. Oh my God. I love your voice so much. Hit it, CK.
Hey, Jess and Jen. This is CK from Miami. I would like to raise a wand to Dr. Teal's Epsom Salt Body Scrub. It is fabulous. The price point is very user-friendly. It's sold in Target. It smells great. The scent is eucalyptus and spearmint. What more do you want? And it's a great way to detox and energize. Keep up the great work, ladies. Bye.
CK, you're a delight. You're a delight.
CK, I wish, can we talk? I feel like it would be better if you were in my life on a regular basis. Also, Jen played this for me. I'm just going to just quick talk. Jen played this for me and I missed something she said before. I missed your name and she said Debbie Mazar and I thought that Debbie Mazar called our hotline and I was so excited. And then I realized that it was not Debbie Mazar. It was you, CK, but that's just as good. You have Debbie Mazar.
CK is originally from New York. I'm not sure. But
yes,
you know what's funny or telling? CK is like one of 10 people that have recommended this particular body scrub. When we asked for non-gloopy doopy, we had a lot that we were asking for with these body scrubs. Dr. Teal's came in a bunch of times from a bunch of different people. And so and they're both bargains so far, the two suggestions.
I love that she said price point. I was like, do you want to come work at Moda with me? We could talk price point.
Oh, because she didn't say price point.
You know what I love? Some lingo that I've learned. It's just so funny. When something's really good and it's affordable, we say it's a sharp price point.
A sharp.
Yeah, it's a sharp price point.
Like tight, like hot.
It's good. It's a sharp price point.
It's a bargain, but you would never say bargain.
No, it means it's just sharp. It's tight. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Without the it's tight. Okay. Well, that Dr.
It's a
Teal's
sharp price point.
It's a sharp price point.
Yes. I love it.
Okay. What are you raising a wand to?
I'm going to talk to you actually about, and this is a good setup, but I didn't mean it to be so smooth. But I'm going to tell you about something that just launched at Moda that I love. I brought it on because I love it, because I'm obsessed. That's also a very sharp price point. Okay. Do you know this brand? It just launched in the US, $19.99.
Well, since everybody else can't see what you're showing me, I'll tell them it's $19.99. Yes, I do. I've used their pencils.
Actually, I shouldn't say it just launched in the US. It's been in the US for a little while, but it's
for people ages 19 to 99.
$18.99. Okay. It's so great. It's so great. It's so great. It is this chubby pencil. It's sheer, or you can layer it. It's the perfect
pretty
neutral. You can't see me, but I'm applying it for Jen. It's a tinted matte balm. I'm going to liken it to another product, which I don't like to do, but I think we need a benchmark here. Remember the Clinique Chubby?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not as glossy. It's hence.
Good, because that thing,
matte balm.
I said one word. You know how much I talk. I talk one thing, and that Chubby, they just slide right off your face.
Yeah, well, it's matte. And you can also put it on, keep it in my bag. You can also put it on your cheekies and smooth it out. And do what I like to do, which is I think it's a really cool look, and do a monochromatic look.
Yeah.
Very cool, very very laid back.
Don't wash give of color on her lips, her cheeks, her eyes.
Mm-hmm. Very neutral. Timeless. Dare I say timeless?
Oh, look at her bringing it back to the original part of the
timeless.
podcast.
You could even put on your lids.
Wait, the whole premise of the brand, not really, but the name is inspired by people ages 19 to 99.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also 1999, the year.
Very
timeless.
It's very cool. It's a very cool look. And I also want to share Oh, yeah, it says eyes, eyes, lips, and cheeks. Just want to make sure that that it's safe to put on all. But it's just an essential product. You can put it in your bag all day long just for touch-ups. You don't need to use a mirror. And here's how much it is, guys. Ready? $28. Not going to kill you. Not cheap, but it's not like it didn't throw something at you that was going to make you cry.
Does it come with a sharpener because it's that chubbier shape? Or do I need to have a sharpener?
We sell the sharpener too.
Okay.
Okay.
Because like it's just a little bit thicker than my normal pencil sharpener. I have one actually that's
it does include.
It has the thick.
It is included. It is included.
Oh, great. Makes it even sharper in my mind.
I love the texture.
It's a sharp price point and it comes with a sharpener. Wow, I'm really trying higher with I don't even know. Shut me up. Okay. I love it. You actually look really refreshed and beautiful. It's very petal-like, which is a silly color name because petals are all different colors, but it has like this flowery.
But I think because it's sheer, it will look different on everyone.
Yeah.
It's very neutral.
You know what you should do? You should put that pencil in the makeup bag I'm about to tell you about. I was on a quest after I finished my solid shampoo experimentation. I was like, well, now I want to find the perfect makeup bag because I've been traveling a lot on the weekends and the square ones are like too big and hefty. They don't fit in my little weekend bag. Mm-hmm. And some of the ones, I'm sorry, if you make a makeup bag that's not washable, either because it's vegan leather, or like some silk something that can't go, what are you doing? They get so nasty. It needs to be washable. And here's my other thing. It needs to stand up. Like if I unzip it, I want it to sit on like whoever's sink I'm visiting that weekend, just right there without like flopping over.
I get it.
I need to be able to see what's inside it. So better unzip all the way, like kind of all the way around. I don't want like a little slit I have to go like searching through. Like expose all of my products to me at once, please. You know what does it? The Cushy bag. Kusshi. I got the signature size. They have a smaller one and a bigger one. It's $69. It's washable, and it has a separate little snap-in for just the makeup. So I can get the shampoo, the mini shampoo, conditioner, soap, Q-tips, medicines, and then in the little snap-in makeup part, the makeup. And they just came out with a preppy collection. Would I say it's preppy? I'm not a preppy person, but the colors are so good. Because I want a bright interior color. Because I need to be able to find all my black products. Because why are all the products black? They just are. I don't know.
They just are.
Not all of them, but you know what I mean? When it has like a black or printed interior, cute. But now it's just like a mess of colors early in the morning and I'm searching for what I need. Like I need a bold background color so I can see what I'm looking at. So I have a high bar.
I know. This is a lot of specs that you need.
Well, in my head, I was like, no one's making this. I should make the perfect makeup bag. But of course, once I did my homework, Cushy was already doing it. I really liked it. I really like it. So I raise a wand to Cushy's Preppy Collection signature bag, or just any color. Cute. They have all different sizes and colors. Yeah. Yeah.
You had me at washable.
So it has to be. And I've already washed it like 3 times and it doesn't like get peely and weird. You know how some of them like start to, it's great. Wow. What an episode. Are you ready to go get your beauty sleep tonight?
Yes.
Yeah. Just do it. Get your beauty sleep. Meet us here on Friday because we got a big star.
We hope you enjoyed the show.
It's your reviews and feedback that help us make the podcast even better. Head over to iTunes to rate and review us or email your thoughts to info@fatmascara.com.
We also want to answer your beauty questions and hear what products you love. To share a Raise a Wand product review or to ask a beauty question, email us at info@fatmascara.
If you send it as a voice memo file, we can even share your voice on the podcast. You can also do that by leaving us a voice message. Our phone number in the United States is 646-481-8182.
Thanks so much for listening.